Wake up, YouTube! My name is Juice, and welcome to another episode of the Juicy Ladder, where I will be releasing interesting battle videos I encounter as I struggle my way up the Showdown ladder. Now, today, I have an Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire match for you guys. And remember that if you enjoyed this video, to like, comment, and subscribe. So let's hop right on into this battle here. My opponent's the one who's running the Entei, the Galvantula, the Manaphy, the Sceptile, the Gliscor, and the Conkeldurr. So something really interesting about this Conkeldurr that I've been thinking about, it carries these two slabs of cement. Like, is that just inherently part of his Pokemon entity? Like, when it evolves from Girder, does Arceus just go like, oh, I see you evolved, here, have two giant slabs of cement as commemoration? Because, like, what if he loses one of those slabs? Like, is it ever a thing to see a wild Conkeldurr with just one slab of cement? Does that ever happen? Or are these, like, war trophies where, like, whenever a Conkeldurr beats up another Conkeldurr, he just takes the cement blocks? So, like, if you meet a wild Conkeldurr with, like, a bag of cement blocks, you gotta be like, oh, that's the one. That's the one who jacked the protein from the Pokemon or some shit. I don't know, but it's an odd concept to me. Let's go back to the game here. My team is not that well built, so to speak. I kind of just threw together a bunch of Pokemon I like to use, starting Mega-Gallade, of course. I love the design, and that 165 base power attack is nothing to joke around about. He's decently bulky as well, too, so let's start the match. I lead with my Thundurus as he leads with the Galvantula. I go for the early game taunt to prevent him from setting up. Galvantula's like, I haven't none of that, and just straight up hidden powers my Thundurus. So I go in Clefable here, go for the Moonblast. He goes into Sceptile. I'm not sure exactly why. I guess he was trying to bait out something, but I go for the Moonblast. There's no reason not to, and he makes a Gliscor switch, which is an odd switch to make, considering Gliscor is not especially defensive. So he does make the predicted switch into Entei here, and I should have gone into Keldeo because there was no reason not to, but I went for the Moonblast anyways, and as a result, I lost 48.3% of my HP, so ouch, ouch, ouch. But I go for the Hydro Pump here, and I hit Manaphy, and I figured he's probably just going to set up here, so I went for the Secret Sword, as he does in fact set up. Eats his Citrus Berry, yummy, but now he'll die to my second Secret Sword, so that is a dead Manaphy. That is always nice. He goes in his Entei, obviously, to extreme speed in my Keldeo, so I'm like, alright, let me just go to Thundurus. He kills my Thundurus, which is a mild surprise. I guess he's banded with the extreme speed. As I go to my Gallade, he goes in his Gliscor to take my close combat, which is a good move on his part, but look at how much that close combat does. That is power. I go for a Substitute here as I expect him to protect or to roost, but instead he facades. So that was tip 1, that this is not your standard Gliscor. And tip 2 was him using the Swords Dance right here, because this is an offensive Gliscor, which is pretty cool, but I thought he would definitely roost here, so I went for the Calm Mind instead, and he just full out attacks me. So that sucks. I just lost my Clefable, but I go into Keldeo here, scare him away. I go for the Icy Wind, which is the safest play to make, whether he decided or to stay in or to switch into Sceptile. But scared of the Sceptile, I go to my Scizor here, as Sceptile goes for Protect, which I'm not sure why he did that. I guess just to Mega Evolve. But I go for my U-Turn here, fearing the Entei, and U-Turn does a solid 30% damage to this thing, so that's always great. Now I do protect the Gliscor here, and I go for Zen Headbutt instead of Close Combat, which does a clean 48.3%, and that I can take him out with a final Zen Headbutt if he decides not to switch, which I don't believe he does. Right, he stays in and sacks his Gliscor to my Zen Headbutt. So here goes into his Galvantula. I figured he wanted to Thunder Wave me, so I go into Scizor to eat the Thunder Wave. Scizor doesn't care about being Thunder Waved. He's kind of slow anyways, but he does get a Sticky Web up, and unfortunately I got Parahack, so I could not defog. He makes a switch into Entei here as I go for my U-Turn. I'm going to Gallade, and now I'm slower than Entei, so a Sacred Fire will take me out. That kind of sucks, but now I go into my Scizor so I can revenge him with my Bullet Punch. Which should have been my I'm sorry, I'm messing these words up. I should have been my play to begin with, but I got Parahacks again. So he goes into his Conkeldurr. I decided I'm just going to sack my Keldeo to his knockoff. I didn't want Scizor to take any more damage. I figured Scizor would be pretty pivotal for the rest of this match. But I go into my Breloom here, and this is the classic sub-focus punch Breloom. I go for Substitute here, thinking he'd go into Sceptile, but he stays and goes with the Ice Punch. So I'm like, okay, then let me just Spore then, since you don't want to switch. And I get my Substitute right back up right here, and I go for my Focus Punch. And that does a nice 72%. and I figured I didn't want him breaking my sub, so let me just go for the faster Seed Bomb here and finish off his Conkeldurr. He goes into Sceptile now, obviously going for the Hidden Power Ice. That won't matter for shit, as I go for my Focus Punch to take out his Sceptile. So all he has left is Galvantula. He knows it's game at this point, so he just goes ahead and forfeits. That is good game, Shark Zero. That is good game. So yeah, remember that if you guys enjoy this video, to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out Hunter's videos, his ladder climbs. And as usual, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.